Hey, while you in the first 5 seconds of the video, go ahead, like and subscribe.
Never taught us how to get rid. For example, my brother right here. You can't be no older. You can't be no older than 25. Am I right? 27. You young. Now, I'm a lot older than you, and I'm not attacking you. You understand that? When I was very young, no brothers had tattoos. But the last 10 years, Allen Iverson started that trend in the NBA. Now, so my question is, a lot of cats you grew up with, it was normal to get a tattoo, right? Can I say that? And it wasn't frowned upon, so you kind of followed the crowd. Well, hey, listen, it's kind of cool. You probably got $1,000 worth of tattoos on your body, more than that. What if I told you that the Bible speaks about how to get right, and one of the laws is that we're not supposed to do that? Well, guess what? You already got them on your body. It is what it is, brother. I'm going to show you. We've never learned the Bible as it was supposed to be taught. So give me that. Pay attention. And this ain't an attack. This is for you to get right. Because listen, the black man, this is what we need to do. We need to marry our women and become grandfathers. It's not a cool thing to be a baby father. But you know what it is? It's a cool thing to become a father, a grandfather, a great-grandfather. Right. That sister right there, she was with her husband for 30 years. 22 years for me. That's what's cool. When black men stay in the same house and go through tough times and don't leave. Too many of us do that. I'm not saying you do that. Too many of us do that. Right. Read.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you.
Read the last part. Nor
print any marks upon you.
So what they did is this. When they freed us from slavery in 1865, they gave us a white version of Christianity using our black Bible. Let me give an example. In history, the white man was destroyed in the earth in about 200 AD. So about we're in 2022, right? About 1800 years ago, the white man who was called the Roman. You ever see these movies about Rome, right? They fell in the earth. There was a period from about 250 to about 1350. Over 1,000 years when white people's history, they don't know what happened. So they say, you and your fathers, we ruled Europe. The castles, the people, we were in those castles. We had organization. We were the Knights of the Round King Arthur. Those were our people. But because we broke the laws, he allowed white folks to come and take us and bring us to serve in Alabama, Chicago, all these different plantations. Well, no, not just Africa. I subscribe. We actually came from the Iberian Peninsula. Do you know what that is? So I'm going to school you. The Iberian Peninsula is a giant peninsula that houses Spain and Portugal. Not only did we come from parts of Africa, now when you say Africa, are you referring to the West Coast, the South Coast, the East Coast, or the Northeast Coast? There's many black races of people that are in Africa. The reality is, brother, you come from a specific one. And this is what we're trying to teach you.
What if my grandmother was living to be 104? I grew up with it and everything. Taught me a different version of slavery. Taught me a different version of African American and being native versus
okay, so now
being called a misnomer because black is just the color, not the claim.
First of all, I agree with everything. Let me tell you why. Because the Native Americans that were here first, they were brown people.
Yes, sir.
So if you're a Native, for example, I'm going to give you some tribes. Choctaw, Chickasaw, Crow, Creek, Blackfoot, Pueblo, Navajo, Seminole, Narragansett, okay? There's many different tribes, and yes, they have been watered down, but many of them are brown people. But they were here before we came as slaves, but we were all one nation that ruled during the time of King Solomon thousands of years ago. That's the connection.
So I study history.
Yeah, me too.
When I get into the history of
Yep.
this, I noticed that the natives weren't studying the Bible. The
Right.
person of conquistador descent came over here and gave us that book.
That's true.
And there's an old saying that they gave us the book and we turned up and
Yeah.
they got the land.
Right.
That's the doctrine that I subscribe to because I was here,
We all did.
I was here before
Yes.
any book.
Right. No, hold on.
When you
Let
bring
me say
indoctrination,
that. What you're saying is a fact. But here's the thing. I want you to explain this to me. When your forefathers came, whether you call yourself the Choctaw, Chickasaw, Blackfoot, Crow Creek, brown people that were here before the white man, that's a fact. My question is this. In the state of Ohio, they found a tomb of a Native American chief with coins from the era of King Solomon. How'd they get there?
Trading. We've been trading for
Now hold up, stop. Because before they came to this side of the earth, give me 2nd Ezra chapter 13. I'm gonna show you. Hold up, listen.
I just want to show you too. This is the only picture you would see of a slave ship. There's no depiction
Now hold up.
or debris of a slave
We know
ship.
for a fact, let me show you something. The Native Americans were sold to Europeans as slaves.
By whom's doctrination? Whose king ruled that?
Listen. All right, so we'll deal with it like that, all right? Because I'm actually a college history. So we could go back and forth. But why don't niggas want to keep the laws of God? Let's deal with that then. You want to deal with history? Okay, let's give me Romans chapter 8. See, this is the problem with black people. They don't want to follow God. Whether you call yourself a Native American or black, we don't want to follow God. And your forefathers, the Native Americans, they didn't believe in no tattoos. They never believed that shit.
Yes, they did.
Prove it to me.
Prove it.
Prove right now. Give me a historical document. Prove it to me. Yep.
I can give you a tribe literally.
Give it to me.
In Florida. Hold on,
Okay.
hold on.
All right.
Florida, the Seminoles.
Yep.
It was tribal for warriors.
Yep.
On certain puberty aspects.
Okay.
For warriors to get tattoos.
And they were wrong as hell.
They were wrong.
You damn right.
Due to indoctrination by your standard. I don't down yours, but I understand where you're coming from.
Okay, so then what? Okay, right. Let's go there.
Historical.
Right. Okay, dude, historical. You're right. You're right. Exactly. So now let's come on some common ground because you obviously you're not going to follow. That's fine. So how do we fix black people in Chicago? You're on.
So how do we fix violence in Chicago or problems in Chicago?
Yeah.
We notice that everything is moved off hate.
True.
Or fear.
Okay.
How do we reverse that?
How do we do that?
In the psychology books, you literally have
Wait,
to
so real quick.
kill
So we
everything.
gotta now. Every black man needs to get these psychology books, is right? Because you mentioned the psychology
Get
book.
some type of,
So okay,
layout, some
all right.
type of psychology.
So the psychology. What? No, I'm just gonna make sure I understand. So what we need to do as black people to fix, and I agree with you. It's murder. It's hatred, right? We need to fix our psychology by getting psychology books. My question is, who are the authors of these psychology books? See, now you asked me a question. Before you were coming with super confidence. Who are the authors of, I'll give you some, Skinner, because we study psychology. Can you name some famous black psychologists that did not get their understanding from the white blueprint? Can you name some? Name two. You said hell yeah. Name one.
One of my favorite authors / psychologists.
What's his name?
James Baldwin.
James Baldwin. James Baldwin was a homosexual.
Wait. To do with his authorism.
Hold up.
Switching it up.
Hold up. He was not a psychologist. He was not a psychologist, bro. Hold up. Listen. Okay, let me do this. Because here's the thing. James Baldwin was an Israelite, and if it bothers you that I called out the fact that immorally he was wrong, I apologize. James, okay, no, hold up, right. Because here's the thing. Now I'm going to deal with you in this. In the psychology books, being a homosexual was classified as a medical disorder, a psychological disorder, right? So you agree with that, right? James Baldwin was a practicing homosexual, so obviously he didn't believe the books that he was reading. Wait, I'm gonna say it again. So James Baldwin subscribed to psychology. He's one of your favorite authors. He was an open homosexual. In the psychology books, somebody get that, pull it up. They get the DSM-4. In the psychology books that James Baldwin, who was a psychologist, and I'm gonna roll with you on that, So he didn't even believe the books that he read then. Because I'm going to read you that homosexuality. And by the way, just to be clear, any brother that's in that lifestyle, we don't wish no hatred. What we wish is this. A murderer should repent and stop being a murderer. Someone who is who steals should stop stealing. Somebody that is a homosexual should stop. That's the message we have. We don't hate James Baldwin. I don't hate the brother. But we're going to read this. You got that?
So why tell him that?
Hold up.
Different aspect of
well, because...
you got the mic, right?
Right. Because here's the thing. Okay, yeah. Right. Because you're still not going to change after this, are you? You are?
You just met me off a 10-minute conversation.
Right.
I wouldn't
okay.
about me that fast,
all right.
bro.
Well, guess what?
What's your understanding of
the world? I'm giving it. I've been giving it to you.
What's your patience with all this gray hair? Where's the patience,
right.
man? What's
Right. I'm working on that. You're right. I'm working on that. Right. Right. So emotional men, like young black men, you walk away. Most of you walk away. So let's see if you work on your patience with me. Help me work on my patience. How about that? Read.
I've been here, brother. But no,
You've been here for about. You got to work. Okay. So I'm going to read James Baldwin because you quoted him. I'm showing you James Baldwin was an Israelite. He was a brother, and we love James Baldwin. James Baldwin was studied psychology. I'm just flowing with you. James Baldwin did not believe in the authors because they classify homosexuality as a disorder. God classifies it as an abomination, which is God hates that. So we have to get back to the Bible. The white man absolutely stole our book, because it's our book, and he used it to enslave us. That is a fact. The people that were here first, whether you're Creek, Crow, Chickasaw, they all were brown people. You were here first. And you did trade. All the stuff you said I agree with. But the end of the day is we have to come to an understanding of what unites us as black men and Hispanic men is the laws of God. That's what unites us. So, for example, one of the laws of God is that a black man is supposed to have a beard on his face. That's a law.
I'm trying.
Well, it's all right. It's all right. We ain't condemn you. You got a beard. Yes, sir. But King James was a black man, and there's a lot of misunderstanding about King James. So, hold up. So, wait a minute. So, you bring forth that, and I'm going to be patient. What you said, I don't agree with that. I think that you learned that, in my opinion, because I used to hang with brothers. Some of them came from jail, and they used to cut, not you. You probably never been in jail in your life. But what I'm saying is, that's a jailhouse doctrine that I heard that King James authored. All King James did is he authorized the translation of the books of the Old Testament, the Apocrypha, and the New Testament into different languages, because guess what? He was a king. And there's another doctrine that says he was a homosexual. That's another smear campaign. All right, now.
What about Constantine?
Hold on, we ain't dealing with Constantine right now.
He's the one who pushed it at the same time also.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Hold up, stop. Name three people in the Council of Nicaea. If you can do that, I'm going to keep going. Name three of them. So we're not going to talk no more. No, I'm talking about the Council of Nicaea. That's what happened in Constantinople. So if you can't name that, let's not deal with that. Read. Okay, read this.
Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, King James Version.
So it's going to tell us a little bit. Now, these are scholars that are telling us some background about King James. I want you to understand what he did. Read.
47 of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars of the day.
King James was a master coordinator. He knew how to assemble people. What he did is he got 47 of who?
Of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars of the day.
Do you know a scholar is somebody that is an elite studier of knowledge? So to be able to get a scholar together, 47 of them, this is what they did. Read.
47 of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars of the day.
A regular scholar's got some skills, but he got the best of the Greek and Hebrew. Read it again.
47 of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars of the day were divided into 6 groups.
So he divided them into 6 groups. And this is what they did. And this is what is been preserved for you. Because the book called the Bible, the King James Version, it has always been your book that goes way before your people. Hold up, you see? Hold up. That's okay. Way before your people. Before your people came over. And I can show you how your people came here. Because the lie that the white man told you and me is you came through the Bering Strait from Russia. That's a damn lie. I'm going to show you biblically where you came from, and you don't have to believe it. But the bottom line is this.
No.
Okay, read.
I'm saying
3 for the Old Testament, 2 for the New, and 1 for the Apocrypha.
Why? Because the Old Testament got the most writings. 3 of the best Hebrew and Greek scholars of that day translated the Old Testament. 2 dealt with the New Testament, and 1 dealt with the Apocrypha. So that just shows you the books. So what I want you to understand, brother, is that they did, the white man, 100% did weaponize our Bible and push white Jesus and all of that on our people. And that's why when we go to powwows right now, you've been to powwow? When we go to powwows, our brothers, we come with the Bible to get that crap out of here. Because the white man used that to oppress us. He did. What we're saying is that before your forefathers came to this part of the earth, before they came here, they lived in a place called Israel under the rule of King Solomon and King David. And as they traveled, they had coins from King Solomon in Ohio, your brothers, the Native Americans, because they carried that as a source of trade when they came over here. Now, what we got right there?
Okay, I understand. Like,
you understand what?
they followed us over here.
Okay, all right, yeah.
They followed us over here. What if they helped us?
Call us, get up with us.
Okay. All right, now, I'm not sure what that part means, but I'm going to show you something. So, this brother's leaving. I can't stand around. Let me ask you a question. You call me OG, right? If I may. Why did you call me that, if I may? Okay. All right. Is there some sort of, when you see me, if you see me as a man, a little old, probably older to be a father, right? And you call me OG, that's a term of respect, right? Okay. So if I go into the Bible and teach you something, will you respect what I'm saying? All right. Okay. Yeah, we're about to leave. You apostolic. What is that? What does that mean? Help a brother. What is apostolic? I don't know what that means. I honestly don't.
Apostolic means stand as you want, do as you can.
Okay.
God accept you like that. It's amen.
All right. So, as an apostolic, right? Can an apostolic be a carjacker?
They probably would. I would.
Okay. I'm not saying you. I'm asking questions. Brother, come here, Mr. Samuel. So, as a Christian, as an apostolic, as a Muslim, can we? I'm just asking questions. Can it? Right. It is all white man lies. I agree with you. We cannot break God's laws. That's what's dividing black people today. All right. So, Proverbs 28, verse 3. We're getting ready to leave. I would say this, is that just like you call me OG, right? I would challenge that the version that you learned of saved, that you don't understand what it means. What does it mean?
Being saved means once you saved, you're not going to live.
Okay. So are you, let me ask you a question. Is any of us here right now, are you saved? Okay, now, you called me OG before out of respect, right? Listen to me, son. That's wrong. Listen to me. Stop. I'm going to explain to you what it means. Matthew chapter 24. None of us are saved. We don't know we saved. Listen to me. We are not saved until we know that day comes. So the saving that we know, this is what I was in for years. They said, the white man taught us that if we believe in a figurative Jesus, that if we believe and we turn from our evil ways, that we will be saved. That is a lie from the depths of hell. I'm going to show you. Let me see.
Matthew chapter 24 and verse 13. But he that shall endure until the end.
And guess what your end is? Is when we die or if Christ returns. We are not saved. We got to endure this captivity to the end. Read.
But he that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
We're going to be saved when we endure to the end. How do you endure? You got to learn God's laws. And as an Israelite, not as a black man, his grandfather, Mr. Samuel's grandfather, was a slave. He might be, you're right. And you might be too. But the Indians are the Israelites. So whether you're a black Israelite, well, right, you are. Actually, you're still brown. You're right. You're still brown. And whether you're Native American or black, you're still good. Yeah, 160. Very good. That beautiful, Cap. Luke 160. We're going to close out with this. So here's the thing, brother. Chicago, I'm going to tell you something about this place. This place, Chicago, depressed the hell out of me. You want to know why? Because black people are not in order with God. That's the reason why it depressed the hell out of me. Read.
The book of Luke, chapter 1 and verse 68. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel.
We are the Israelites. Whether you're a so-called black American slave or whether you're a Native American, you are the Jews, you're the Israelites. Read.
For he hath visited and redeemed his people.
He's going to send Christ back to redeem the 12 tribes. Read.
And have raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David.
You know what a horn of salvation is? It's a symbol of power. Moses was a horn of salvation for us coming out of Egypt. Read, we almost done.
Verse 71, that we should be saved from our enemies.
Who's our enemy, black man? Who enslaved us? Who continues to give us hell in America? Who? Let me ask you a question, brother. Right now, if you are standing downtown and you hail for an Uber, it doesn't matter how much money you get. You go to the north side of Chicago. Do you know that they're not going to want to pick you up most of the time? Oh, now hold up, brother. Because you live in a country where your enemies control. Read it again.
Verse 71, that we should be saved from our enemies.
Brother, you need to be saved from the hand of the white men. That's what you need. And so do you. Your grandfather literally was forced in slavery. Read.
And from the hand of all that hate us.
And the black man better wake the hell up in 2022 and realize that the white man has always hated us. That's a fact, Jack.
To scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road. Purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.